All right, y'all, we are back with another video, and Dr. Steve look like he done dropped another great video that we definitely need to check out. And he said that the woke judge humiliated as Trump takes the stand. And we already know like how this trial and stuff been going, how this judge that act like he ain't never seen a camera before had to take his glasses off and smirk at the camera because he is corrupt. And you got Letitia James that was just staring at the back of Donald Trump's head as if he was just gonna run out of the courtroom or something. Both of them are corrupt, and Trump done called it out, and everybody done called it out. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, this mess just needs to stop. All this election interference crap that's going on needs to stop. Because at the end of the day, I've said this in all my videos that me personally, I don't think Trump needs to campaign because I feel like he'll win without campaigning. But like I said before, I can totally understand why he's doing it because he want to get his message out to the people. Because Biden, it just, I mean, we already know how corrupt Biden is and how he just damaging this country. It won't close the border, all these illegal immigrants. I mean, it's just so much stuff going on, wars happening. Just like Trump said that none of this crap happened when I was in office. That's exactly what Trump said. Like I said, we're going to go ahead and check this out about this judge getting humiliated because Trump is not finna let him just run over him. You know what I'm saying? So that right there ain't finna happen. But make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Shout out to everybody been showing support. Everybody been leaving positive comments in the comment section. I also want to thank everybody that clicked on this video for the very first time. I appreciate you as well. And hopefully y'all stay to the very end with me, watch the entire video so this video can get out to more people. I would really, really appreciate it. And shout out to the ones that always leave me a message and say, hey, dog, I watched the entire video. I appreciate all of you that do that. Thank you very much. Because like I said, it really helps get my message out and the things that I be saying when you watch the entire video and when you hit that like button. I appreciate everybody that does that. Without further ado, let's dive straight in and let's see what Dr. Steve has to say about this.
All right, the president's team has stepped up to the microphone. They just walked outside of the courthouse. Let's dip in here and listen.
More honest, coming from the judge who has already predetermined that my client committed fraud before we even walked into this courtroom.
Corrupt.
I'm not here to hear what he has to say. Then why exactly am I being paid as an attorney, and why exactly are taxpayer dollars being used in this courtroom? The answer is very clear. Because Miss James wants to stand right here like she did this morning and call my client a liar, call the company fraudulent, and make a name for herself. She said this morning that the numbers don't lie and they won't lie in this case. Well, Miss James, I have a message for you. The numbers didn't lie when you ran for governor, and that's why you dropped out.
Wow.
And the numbers don't lie when President Trump runs for office in 2024. And those numbers are loud and clear. This country is falling apart.
Exactly.
And if we don't stop corruption in courtrooms where attorneys are gagged, where attorneys are not allowed to say what they need to say to protect their clients' interests. It doesn't matter what your politics are.
Exactly.
Everyone has a right in this country to get up and put a defense. I don't care who you are. You have a right to hire a lawyer who can put objections on the record. You have a right to hire a lawyer who can stand up and say something when they see something wrong. But I was told to sit down today. I was yelled at. And I've had a judge who is unhinged slamming a table. Let me be very clear. I don't tolerate that in my life. I'm not going to tolerate it here.
There we
and
go.
You know what? You shouldn't either.
Wow. Now that, my friends, was the amazing Trump attorney Alina Habba raining fire on this corrupt New York judge and attorney general who together have attempted to weaponize the legal system akin to a banana republic. But as it turns out, it's all blowing up in their pathetic partisan faces. We're going to see the latest on Trump taking the stand in his own defense, how this woke judge was utterly humiliated, and how these kangaroo court cases are all completely unraveling. You're going to absolutely love this. Hey, gang, it's me, Dr. Steve, your patron professor, here to help you to think better so you can feel better in these crazy and turbulent times. If you haven't already done so, you know what to do. Make sure to smack that bell and subscribe. And also, if you'd be so kind, make sure to share this video with friends and family. We are once again being suppressed by big tech, like you saw yesterday with Steve Crowder and the way social media censored the Nashville shooter bombshell. So make sure to send this video around to friends and family and help us get the hopeful message of this channel out to as many people as possible. President Trump took the stand yesterday in his own defense in New York City. By all reports, it was a masterclass in exposing the corruption of this kangaroo court. The presiding judge there, Judge Engoron, or Snow Miser as I prefer, he has blatantly weaponized the legal system against President Trump. You'll note no one is actually suing Trump. Trump is not being sued by anyone here.
Exactly.
There were no banks or insurance companies suing Trump. No one.
No consumers.
None of New York's banks or insurance company, no actual business entity is suing Trump. And that's, of course, because every single one of these banks did their own due diligence in estimating the worth of Trump's properties. And that's the key. They, the banks and insurance companies, determine the worth of Trump's properties. But the state of New York, through this Maoist Judge Engoron, is taking it upon themselves to accuse Trump of overvaluing his properties. They're finding him hundreds of millions of dollars, and they've even attempted to break up the Trump organization and seize control of his properties, including Trump Tower, and even penalize his kids. They're bringing his kids into all of this. And so Trump yesterday took the stand in his own defense, and it was awesome. It was awesome. He demanded a trial by jury. So this is a trial that's being decided solely by this corrupt judge. There is no jury. And Trump called out this judge and basically accused him of being a corrupt partisan hack. He demonstrably has no case. The court clearly has no idea the intricacies of real estate law. Trump's team has pointed that out time and time again. They're totally out of their league here. And Trump's like, I want this sham case to be tried in front of a jury of my own peers. Either that or throw this case out. Either way, you're a joke. It's being reported that Trump just got completely under the skin of this woke judge. You heard Trump's lawyer there earlier testifying that Engoron slammed his hand on the desk. He demanded that the lawyer keep her client, Trump, quiet. I mean, he just went totally unhinged. And, everyone's like, dude, what did you expect?
Exactly.
Trump is the GOAT. If you put him on the stand, he's going to suck all the oxygen out of the room. You don't stand a chance against this guy.
Sure don't.
So Trump, I think, is reading the room perfectly in this. He's playing this very smart. He knows the vast majority of the nation. All polls show this. They see this trial as a sham.
Yep.
And he's touting his poll numbers that are crushing Biden. And he's saying, that is the real reason all of this is happening. It's a scam to try to cheat you, the voter, out of who you want to be president.
That's all it's about.
Brilliant tactic. And at the same time this is all happening, you won't believe the humiliation that this judge is now going through due to his own bizarre behavior outside of the courtroom. Wait until you see this. You're not going to believe your eyes, literally. But first,
I'll be back.
That's right, gang. He is back. It's time to show our support and celebrate the great return by clicking on the link below today. A number of reports are surfacing on X, formerly known as Twitter, of course, that are showing a bunch of half-naked selfies taken by this judge, Arthur Engoron, and then posted on an alumni newsletter that he reportedly controls.
We already know that this judge is corrupt, bro. Like, Trump is not finna sit there and just let them just do this to him. Now they bringing the man family into it, his kids, trying to seize his property, trying to tell this man where his properties is worth. What is wrong with them? There's no consumers. There are no banks. Nobody is trying to sue Trump. The man shouldn't even be in court. He shouldn't even be in this position. They are corrupt. We know this judge is far left. We know that. And I'm glad Trump is dropping the bomb on it. And shout out to Alina Habba, his attorney. She does a great job. And one thing about Alina, she do not hold back at all. At all. She came out and she said what she had to say, like, look, you ain't finna talk to me like that. Ain't nobody gonna talk to me like that in my real life, and ain't nobody gonna talk to me like that in a courtroom. And I agree. I don't know, like I said, we all know that this judge and Letitia James is working together. I mean, it don't make sense. You trying to get this man, his Trump Tower, you bringing his kids into it, his family. All of this ain't nothing but a big election interference to think doing this is going to stop people from voting for Donald Trump. This ain't going to stop anything. Every time y'all attack this man, the only thing you doing is making his numbers grow more and more in the polls. While Biden is the one destroying the country. Just like Alina said, Biden is destroying this country. And we sick of it. Biden need to go. Come on. We got to get Trump back in there. They know we got to get him back in there. Even people on the left is saying Trump need to be back in there. I mean, you got some of them that don't want to agree to the fact that they know that Trump is right. They know the things he say he's right. Like, come on. When is this mess going to stop? When is they going to stop messing with Donald Trump? Just because he's winning now, they got to find another loophole to keep him from running. They trying to, I'm telling you, every time something don't work, they think of something else. Okay, that didn't work. Let's think of something else to stop Donald Trump from running. And that's the reason why the American people, all of us, is sick of it. Like, come on, man. Come on.
The selfies are, to say the least, bizarre. But they suggest that this fellow in Goron, frankly, isn't well. Something seriously wrong with this guy.
Crazy.
To say this is a penchant for self-humiliation would be an understatement. But again, I think it underscores just how bizarre this whole thing ultimately is. Mm-hmm. And it looks like the courts are beginning to step in. A New York appellate court has recently stepped in and canceled Judge Engoron's ruling that forced the Trump Organization to cancel business certificates and appoint receivers. So for at least the next several weeks, this judge can't touch Trump's company. And ironically, that appears to be par for the course for these other cases as well.
That's crazy. Why are y'all trying to bother this man companies and stuff? And like I said, the main part that got me is that you bringing his kids and stuff into it. Y'all hate Donald Trump so much that you got to bring his kids into it. You got to try to take this man assets. You trying to tell this man where his businesses are worth. When there's no banks, nobody else is trying to sue this man. So since that ain't happening, now y'all trying to take matters into your own hand to try to do anything y'all can to take away from this man. That's the reason why a lot of us is pissed off, because like we said before, if Trump wasn't running, none of this would be happening. I can guarantee you, if Trump was not running and it was somebody else running and just going against Joe Biden, Trump would not be going through any of this. His house would have never been raided. He would have never had these indictments. He would have never had his mug shot taken. None of that stuff wouldn't have happened. But at the end of the day, all this stuff that they done did to him, all the thing is doing is helping Trump. Look at the poll numbers. Look who is the one that's suffering right now. Biden is suffering. Poll numbers are a disaster for Joe Biden, while Trump is just surging.
Trump. It looks like the classified documents case isn't even going to be heard before 2024. The judge in that case, Eileen Cannon, she's considering postponing the trial until after next year's presidential election, saying, there's just simply no way the trial could be done in a fair and impartial manner during an election season.
No.
And then Judge Chutkan in D.C., this radical Marxist judge, she just got overruled by an appeals court that saw the gag order that she placed on Trump as a blatant overreach. You cannot issue a gag order on a presidential candidate, you freaking idiot.
Exactly.
We're a constitutional republic that does not do that. We do not gag candidates running for president. Sorry.
Exactly.
So all these
you can't gag him. The man got to be able to say whatever he can say to try to win, especially when it comes to these campaigns. So you're trying to put a gag order on him so he can't say or talk about certain things? I'm telling you, all this ain't no a big election interference. That's all this is about. This is just mind-blowing to me. What is wrong with them?
Are just unraveling in their own way. And on top of it all, the more ridiculous their weaponized antics get, the more Trump skyrockets in the polls.
Exactly.
So in the end, for Trump, it's a win-win.
Yep.
And for these corrupt jurists, it's so far a big, fat L.
Exactly.
Hey, gang, I know what it's...
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. A big, fat L for them, because every time y'all attack this man, his numbers grow more and more in the polls because people are starting to see the truth, and they know Biden ain't the one for the job, and they see how Trump is just constantly getting attacked for no reason at all. Just because he's winning, and he's winning by a landslide, now all this attacking him, trying to pressure him in with these court cases. You got a corrupt judge and Letitia James trying to seize his assets. He bothering his family, his kids. Like, come on, man. It just got to the point where it just got too far, you know. But y'all let me know in the comment section how y'all feel about it, what y'all think about it. And shout out to the ones that stayed to the very end. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.